Hey, family, what's going on? The light. Hey, listen, we got a big show for you today. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. Big MMA weekend, news breaking from Bob Arum in boxing, um, and then my 2 minutes to talk about what is on my mind. So, hey, I love you. It's going to be a great Wednesday. We're going to have a great time. We're going to do this thing. SOS. How do I say it? SOSODEF proper like. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri and the Brat for that one. Uh, that's off the Funkified song if y'all don't know. It can stay in the 30s. I'm good with it. 20s, 30s, I'm good with it.
I mean, when you got that natural installation, bro, it's cool. I get it.
No,
For me,
real men come from the north, so we can deal with.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. That sums it all up. That's
We can deal with the cold.
I'm saying these names not because they're essentially the best fighters out there, which we can make a case for Shakur Stevenson, definitely. They just look that much better than whoever they fight.
I think he might want to keep this thing on the feet and stay any way possible. Stay away from that guillotine choke. he was squeezing Buddy's face in the last fight and put him out.
Come on, dog. Let's fight.
Welcome to the Fighter Share Report. Welcome to the Fighter Share Report. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for giving up part of your day to come rock with me. We're going to make this thing a good time. We're starting out. We have Bellator 259. Bellator 259. When's that going to be? Well, I'll tell you. It's going to be on Showtime. It's going to be May 21st, which is Friday. The main card starts at 9 p.m. on Showtime. Look, see if you can catch the prelims. The prelims are going to start at 6 p.m. We got a good card. We're going to talk about the headliner mostly, but we got a good card. In the prelims, we got a number of women fighting, which I'm excited about. I'm excited. Showtime's starting to show them a little more like they need to be shown. You need to have equal status. If you have 6 fights, put 3 of them as women. But that prelim card is going to be headlined by Saeed Owad versus Nate Andrews. Good fight. It's going to be a very, very good fight. Grant Neal versus Tyree Fortune. Samiko Inaba versus Christina Katsikas. And we got Aviv Ghazali versus Sean Felton. Valerie Laredo versus Hannah Guy. Davion Franklin versus Tyler King. And Alfie Davis versus Alexander Chablis. So it's going to be a good card. Let's get to the main card now. Starting out with Christian Edwards versus Ben Parrish. You're going to want to tune in for at least the first fight of the main card. Jaleel Willis versus Macon Mendonca. Justin Vanderford versus Fabian Edwards. Ooh, yes. Darion Caldwell versus Leandro Higa. Now, we've seen Leandro fight before. Talked about him on here. And the main card, which we're going to stick with for a little bit. My girl, Chris Cyborg, defends her title against Leslie Smith. This is part 2. Chris won the first one. So I like Chris Cyborg. I really, really like Chris Cyborg. This is no secret. I made it clear She is one of my favorite fighters, male or female. She's one of my favorite fighters. And I'm hoping that one day Dana has the courage to let her have a rematch against Amanda Nunes, because I think Chris would come into it a little differently, and it would be a really, really good rematch. But this one is going to be good. It main events this Showtime card. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whole Bellator card. I can't wait for these other tournaments that Bellator is going to be running to start. I like the tournament style. The only thing is, it's going to happen like every month or 2 months, because the fighters have to have time to heal up and then come back. So they spaced it out good. We'll see when they pick back up with it. But if you get a chance, if you have not seen Chris Cyborg fight, you want to tune in. 9 p.m. on Showtime. You want to see Bellator 259, because you definitely want to see the women's, I think she's the featherweight champion. You want to see her defend this belt. She's an excellent. I remember the first time I saw Chris Cyborg fight, and I was like, whoa. Constant motion. Punching, kicking. Her jiu-jitsu's top notch. Strong. Just strong. But outside of the ring, man, outside of the octagon, seems like one of the most lovely people on the planet. Seems like one of the most lovely people on the planet. And I want to, as like on my bucket list, I want to meet her and interview her, or just hang out with her, because I think she'd be fun to hang out with or go to church with. UFC Vegas, baby, on Saturday night. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Now, what's going on? Okay, your boy went too far. He skipped over UFC Vegas altogether. I got my notes. UFC Vegas. They don't say what time the main card starts, but I would assume it's gonna. I think the main card should start around 8 on UFC Fight Pass, or on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus. One of my other favorite fighters, one of them, I have a few, is headlining this one. But we'll start off with the undercard. Undercard probably start around 5 or 6, usually on ESPN. So if you get a chance, they have so many fights on the undercard. It's ridiculous. They have Carla Esparza versus Xiaoman Yan. That's going to be... How's that on an undercard? It's going to be a great fight. If you get a chance, you want to catch the first one on the undercard. Then you have Felicia Spencer versus Danielle Wolf. We've seen Felicia Spencer and Danielle Wolf fight before. Jack was supposed to fight, I think, a week or two ago. Jack Hermanson versus Edmund Shabazan. Then we have Stephanie Edgar versus Sarah Alpar. Good fight. Rafael Alves versus Damir Ismagulov. Then we have Yancy Medeiros versus Damir Hadzovic. Joshua Kalibao versus Shah Yilan. Bruno Silva versus Victor Rodriguez. Oh, Court McGee versus Claudio Enrique de Silva. That ought to be a good fight. Ben Rothwell versus Chris Barnett. Ricardo Ramos versus Bill Algeo. And David Dvorak versus Rulian Paiva. That undercard is going to be good. All right. Main card, the one most of you are going to see. They have Jack Hermanson on that one too. So Jack Hermanson versus Edmund Shabazan probably is the main card opening. Yeah, I would assume that because they got him listed on the main card. As well as Felicia Spencer versus Norma Dumont. Now, I guess Felicia got scratched from the undercard against Danielle Wolfe, and Felicia's going against Norma Dumont. Justin Taffa versus Jared Vanderay. Jan Zimon versus Carla Esparza. Okay, these fights got moved to the main card. Carla Esparza. I was wondering why that was on the undercard. That's going to be a great fight. There's no way that should have been on the undercard. Okay, and Rob Font versus Cody Garbrandt. That's the fight. That's the main event. Rob Font. We know what he can do. Cody Garbrandt. We know Cody comes in like a gunslinger. Going to be a great fight. Mid to lightweights, you're going to love this fight. And, they lay it all on the line every time. Both fighters. The fact that it's a fight night and it's not a pay-per-view, it's a gift because that's going to be a good main event. Looking forward to it very, very much. It's going to be a really good main event. Make some comments. Let us know if you're looking forward to seeing any of these fights, and if so, which one. So we can kind of comment on that on our Sunday show, and say, hey, well, this was one our Fighter Share Nation really wanted to see, and it lived up to its hype, or, man, it failed Fighter Share Nation. It let them down. So we will talk honestly about it. All right. Now, I actually had a picture, but I'm not going to put the picture up. We're just going to talk about this. Bob Arum now says they have reserved the Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, for this fight. You're going to have to. This is going to be a huge fight. Deontay Wilder finally gets his rematch against Tyson Fury on July 24th, baby. July 24th is the date we have. It may change. We don't know. But look, Anthony Joshua, is waiting for this one. He's Arum said they were not going to offer Wilder step-aside money, especially after that, arbitration hearing went down. So it's going to be a good one. We've been talking about this for over a year. We really want to see this fight. We want Wilder to get a fair fight. So hopefully he will be checking Tyson's gloves right before the bell rings. And you might want to check him in between rounds. But you want to check Tyson's gloves. You check his mouthpiece. Make sure there's nothing this man can do outside of boxing. Now, taking nothing from the man's talent, but if you felt like you needed to do that kind of stuff to win the first two times, or the second time when you actually won, I don't put anything else past you. That's like when Paul reached in and, grabbed the viper, and the viper bit him, and people were shocked. And he's like, he's a viper. That's what he does. I may have saved him from burning, but he's a viper. That's just his instinct. So I'm looking forward to it, to see how Wilder has improved. He's going to have to improve greatly, and really not just stay behind the jab, but use some hooks. Keep your head off the straight line. That right cross is going to be there, but hopefully he's developed a good left hook to go with it. Go to the body on this man, and don't let him just push you around. Circle, 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 circle. And when you circle, hit him when he comes in, hit him when you're leaving, unless the ref is breaking you. But touch his body. Keep touching his body. Put the wood to him. Tyson Fury, box, 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 box. Tyson Fury is probably one of the best pure boxing heavyweights. That's why it shocks you if you believe all the stuff that came out about him loading his glove, because Tyson Fury just mentally hadn't been in the game, but physically has been ahead of the game. But either way, it's going to be a good fight. I don't know the undercard yet. We will get with you on the undercard as soon as we find out, but this is going to be a heck of a fight. A heck of a fight. And we'll probably get into it more tomorrow on the beatdown. But for today, I heard the news. Bob Arum released it. I wanted to get it out. My partner's on assignment, so I definitely wanted to get it out. So for those of you who chose to join in and watch this show, you don't feel robbed. You're getting the same news that'll be coming out all day long. Looks like Bob Arum has announced, Bob Arum of Top Rank, that there is a date. They've reserved Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas for July 24th. And you'll have Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. And this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I'm truly looking forward to it. Hey, my birthday going to be on a Sunday this year, if that fight's on a Saturday. All right, so hopefully you guys will want to see that fight. I'm interested to see who they put on the undercard for it. But it's going to be a really, really good fight. Good fight. Good fight. So it's going to be good. I know I got my 2 minutes coming up. And I don't want to miss it. I don't want to waste it. But listen, here we go. Okay. My 2 minutes. Saw a video the other day talking about WWE wrestling. And you all know I'm a wrestling fan. Not as big as I used to be. I used to be a huge wrestling fiend. I keep up with it. It doesn't rule my week, but I keep up with it. I saw a video talking about why millions are tuning away from WWE wrestling. I'm not here to bash WWE wrestling. I've been watching it before it was officially the WWF, when I think it was the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. I forgot what it was right before WWF, but I was watching it in the 70s. At the end of the 70s, when you had Bob Backlund as the champion. And Don Morocco and Pedro Morales were going at it for the Intercontinental title. So I've been watching it for a while. The product that we get now is so scripted. We get the same moves every match for the most part. Everything is so television that it's hard not to tune away. I leave it on just in case something happens out of the blue, but it's hard not to tune away because the element of ooh is not there much anymore. There are a few wrestlers that give it to you. The women's division, you have the same people competing every single week. The same ones fighting for the title for like 6, 8, 9 months. So boring would be the term I would use. Boring and predictable. So hitting the wrap up. And I still watch WWE from time to time. I expect more from them, even though every so often it diminishes a little bit more. So I don't know why I expect more. I expect them to like bounce back and have another successful campaign, but I don't know. I watched the Backlash, and I saw the Cesaro Roman Reigns match, and I kept thinking to myself, if Cesaro wins, how is he going to be represented as the champion? We don't hear much mic work from him anymore. They haven't let him really build up a net worth singularly. I just kept saying there's no way they're going to let Roman Reigns lose, and they didn't. It was a heck of a match, but they didn't let him lose. Okay. Shout out to my wife, praying for you. My mom, my daughter, my pops, praying for you with the smoking thing, man. The fact that you're able to put those cigarettes down and walk away, praying for you on that, man. Shout out to the Badger in his absence today. And look, tomorrow is a brand new day. God willing, we'll be here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the last installment of the Beatdown for this week. If you get a chance, watch Penalty Talk at Penalty Talk on Twitter. Their show comes up tonight, 8 o'clock. They have the offensive coordinator of Florida A&M University going to be on with them. We love you guys. We salute you. Thank you for watching us.